Good day, dear student. Today we will have a lecture on discipline, prevention and communal dentistry. The theme of our lecture is methods and means of caries prevention. Purpose of the lecture: study methods and means of caries prevention. Relevance of the lecture: knowledge of the characteristics of methods and means of preventing caries can reduce the incidence of caries. Risk factors for caries. The first, it is local, exogenous. Plaque and factors contributing to its formation and accumulation. Poor oral hygiene. Food must be soft, lightly fermented carbohydrates. Teeth out of occlusion, no antagonistic tooth. Orthopedic, orthodontic construction. Seals in an unsatisfactory condition. The next, it is the frequent use of lightly fermented carbohydrates, primarily sugars. Third, it is the properties of the oral fluid. Low salivation rate, low buffer capacity, high viscosity. Teeth out of occlusion and no antagonistic tooth. 4. It is low enamel resistant to acid. Second, it is systematic, endogenous and general. The content of fluorides in water. Calcium deficient in the body. Systematic diseases. Stress. Aspects of prevention. Non-medical, it is social. Medical and hygiene measures. Prevention can be medical and medication-free. Rules for a healthy lifestyle. People must be use cigarettes, cannot be use cigarettes, drugs, not to use alcohol, must be go to the sport, eat proper nutrition, must go to fresh air, must have daily regime, do not use the electromagnetic fields like computer and telephone, and where go to other people with good mood. Hardening is a system of preventive measures aimed at gradually increasing the body's resistance to adverse environment factors, increases immunity, strengthens the cardiovascular systems, nervous system, digestive system, musculoskeletal system, optimizes metabolism, exogenous prevention of systematic diseases, stress, and calcium deficiency. It is aerotherapy by air and heliotherapy, sun and head. Hydrotherapy by water. Rubbing. If you want to be healthy, temper. And pouring the water. Shower can be warm or cold. It can be circular shower and shower charcoal. Shower can be also contrast, rain, dusty, and needle. Bathing and thinning. Thalassotherapy. Sea bathing, sea climate, balneotherapy by mineral waters. Walking barefoot. Speleotherapy. Caves, grottos, mines. Pilotherapy. Peloid, therapeutic mood, by therapeutic mood. and, of course, hardening. Hardening rules. Beginning. A person is healthy after consultation with doctor. The principle of gradualism. Regularity. Combination with exercise. Brings vivacity and joy. If you feel unwell, see a doctor. Take into account individual characteristics, level of health, season, natural and climatic conditions, self-control, well-being, pulse, blood pressure, and other. Balanced diet. Endogenous prevention of systematic diseases. Stress, calcium and fluoride deficiency. Exogenous. The state of hard tissues of the teeth. The activity of dental deposits. Food affects enamel indirectly through changes in the acidity of plaque. Food factors. Aggressive. It is carbohydrates, simple and complex. Soft consistency, high stickiness. Protective. Salivary effect. It is the Caries protectors. Detergent effect. Buffer properties. The presence of calcium ions. Phosphate fluorides. Acidogenicity, the property of food as a substance for microbial glycolysis. That is, the ability to turn into acid. Reflects the potential danger to enamel liquid. Food is less acidogenic as it is quickly washed out. Cariogenicity, a set of food properties that can stimulate the growth of caries during long-term consumption. Reflects the real properties of food.
It is depend on consistency, frequency of reception, more important than quantity, degree of retention, adhesion. Carbohydrates, saccharides, monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Carbohydrates, saccharides. Monosaccharides, it is glucose, fructose, and galactose. Disaccharose, glucose plus fructose. Lactose, glucose plus galactose. Maltose, glucose plus glucose. Substrate for glycolysis. It is a substrate for glycolysis of bacteria. The most cariogenic glucose, it is fructose and glucose, fructose and sucrose. And we see in this table sugar content in some fruits and vegetables. In banana, most of all glucose, fructose and sucrose. Then mango, apple, canned beans, the most glucose and small sucrose, pear, the most fructose, watermelon, orange, the most sucrose, peach, the most sucrose, carrot, the most sucrose, sweet corn, the most sucrose, sweet pear, only all sucrose, and tomato, not sucrose at all, only glucose and fructose. Carbohydrates, saccharides, dextran oligosaccharides, multiple monosaccharides, sticky, slowly decomposing, increase acidogenic effect. Polysaccharides, starch, fiber, pectins, polymers of monosaccharides, dense, native, must be chewed. After hair treatment, under the action of amylase, saliva decomposes to monosaccharides and the formation of organic acids. Potential cariogenic. foods containing complex carbohydrates. It is the vegetable marrow, grape, greens, cabbage, bell pepper, legumes, green bean, whole wheat bread, cereals, and tomatoes. Reduction of carcinogenic effects of food. Increased sugar concentration in the mouth store for 20 to 40 minutes after eating. Sweeteners: xylitol, sorbitol, mannitol, aspartame, and sodium saccharin. Enrichment of sugar with fluorine and calcium. Rising after eating. 1 to 2%, it is the soda solution. Brushing your teeth after eating. Fluoride containing toothpastes. And chewing gum with sucrose. The complete exclusion of carbohydrates from the diet is fraught with serious disorders of digestion. The work of the heart, kidneys, as well as an increase in blood pressure. Lack of glucose leads to lethargy, memory impairment, possible skin and hair problems. Excessive throatless passion for protein foods with a complete rejection of carbohydrates can lead to intoxication of the body with protein breakdown products. The so-called protein poisoning. What is balanced diet? Usefulness, diversity, moderation. Minerals and vitamins. Effect of minerals and vitamins. It is the hard tissues of teeth, changing their structure and chemical composition. Dental plaque, inhibiting or activating metabolic reaction. Properties and chemical composition of the oral fluid and microflora of the oral cavity. Enzymatic process in the oral fluid and tooth tissues. Increased caries resistance. Substance affecting mineralization of the local level. Exogenous. Macronutrients that are embedded in a peptide and ensure their maturation and mineralization. Calcium and phosphorus maintain supersaturation in the oral fluid and plaque. Macro and microelements that are isomorphically included in apatites with the formation of acid-resistant forms. Fluorine replaces the hydroxyl group. Strontium, iron, tin to calcium. Vanadium and magnesium in phosphate ion. Substances affecting the kinetics of the re- and demineralization reaction. Fluoride accelerates the mineralization of apatite by 5 to 6 times. Molybdenum, aluminum inhibit the release of calcium under the action of acids and stimulate the incorporation of fluoride into apatite. Manganese is involved in the biosynthesis of proteoglycans in dentin. Zinc in the dentin not enough due to a violation of the formation of hard tissues of the tooth. Low accumulation of lactic acid in dental plaque because it activates lactate dehydrogenase. Molybdenum modulates the exchange of calcium, magnesium, increasing acid resistance. Boron, necessary for the absorption of calcium, precipitates in the exchange of calcium, fluorine, magnesium. Boron inhibits demineralization. Silicon present in enamel. Accelerates mineralization. Precipitates in the formation of the organic matrix of enamel. Tin. Essential for calcification. Copper. Precipitates in the synthesis of collagen. Decreased bone mineral density. Osteopenia, osteoporosis. Generalized character, including the maxillofacial region. This is the reason for the deterioration of the dental status. Vitamins. Vitamin D increases the activity of osteoblasts, lowers osteoclasts. Vitamins D and C, calcium absorption. Vitamins C, B6 and K, collagen synthesis. Vitamins A, synthesis of non-collagen proteins of dentin. Precipitates in the differentiation of tissues of the embryo young organisms. Epithelial tissues, cartilage, bone tissue. Vitamins E, antioxidant, acid static effect, reduces the accumulation of lactic acid. Where to find vitamins? Vitamin A we can find in beef liver, eggs, cottage cheese, fish, milk, spinach, carrots, and parsley. Vitamins B1 in eggs, milk, beef liver, peas, beans, yeast, wheat germ. Vitamins B2 we can find in cottage cheese, eggs, oatmeal, pork, fish, milk, soybean oil. Vitamins C in citrus fruits, red fruits, cauliflower, green peas, beans, radish. Vitamin D in vegetable oil, beef liver, fish, egg, yolk, beef, in egg yolk and beef. Vitamin E in milk, lettuce, wheat germ, vegetable oil. Vitamin F, fish oil, olive oil, dried fruits. Vitamins H, beef liver, mushroom, oatmeal, chocolate, egg yolk, nuts and milk. And vitamin K, seaweed, green tea, spinach, onion, lentils. Norm daily physiological requirements in milligram. Rospotrebnadzor 28. Calcium must be in 0 to 3 months after birth, it is 400. In 4 to 6 months, it is 500. From 7 to 12 months, it is 600. From 1 to 2 years, it is 600. From 2 to 3 years, must be 800. From 3 to 6 years old, must be 900. From 7 to 10 years old, must be 1100. From 11 to 80 years old, 1200. From 18 to 59 years old, 1000. And more than 60 years old, 1200. And pregnancy and lactation, 1300 to 1400 milligrams calcium. Preparations first generation of calcium. It is the calcium gluconate. Up to 1 year it is 1.5. From 2 to 4 years it is 1.0. From 5 to 6 years 1.5. From 7 to 9 years old 1.5 to 2. From 10 to 40 years old it is must be from 2 to 3. And from 2 to 3 times a day, once month, repeat after 3 months. It is calcium gluconate must be used. And that we see calcium gluconate, calcium 2 plus 30%, or calcium glycerophosphate 18%. It is consists of calcium gluconate in these tablets. Calcium citrate 28%. Calcium carbonate 40%. And the first of all, we to improved with pediater. And of course, definitely plus vitamin D when you use calcium gluconate. Preparation to second generation of calcium plus vitamin D. In this generation, not only calcium plus vitamin D in tablets. The name of this preparation, it is a vitrum calcium plus vitamin D, calcium D3 nicomet, calcium D3 nicomet forte. And how we use it is 0.5 to 1 tablet 2 times a day, 1 month. The another variation, it is a calcium plus vitamin D plus micronutrients. For example, it is a calcium citrate, calcium carbonate, vitamin D, zinc, manganese, cuprum, and vitamin B. Bor. Calcivite, it is a calcium citrate, vitamin D, vitamin C, and vitamin B6. Calcinova, it is a calcium, phosphor, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B6. Plus calcium consists with calcium carbonate, vitamin B2 and citric acid, and complete. And in this picture we see organically bound phosphoric acid. For example, calcium containing remineralizing agents, exogenous prophylaxis, acute initial caries, may include phosphates, calcium and phosphate ions, replenish the crystals in the enamel, may include fluorides. The form: toothpaste, solution, rinses, application, electrophoresis, gels, and mousses. Active ingredients: calcium glycerophosphate, calcium carbonate, nanohydroxyapatite, and other. Calcium gluconate 10% solution by Borovsky and Lewis. Applications 3 times for 5 minutes, plus application of 2% sodium fluoride solution by 3 minutes. Course 10 to 15 procedures daily of every other day. Electrophoresis 10 minutes from the anode, plus applications 2% sodium fluoride solution. Course 10 procedures every day. daily rate fluorine for children. From 0 to 1 years it is 0.5 milligrams. From 1 to 3 years it is 0.7 milligrams. From 3 to 6 years it is 0.9 milligrams. From 6 to 9 years 1.1 milligrams. From 9 to 40 years it is 1.3 milligrams. From 14 to 18 years it is 1.5 milligrams. And daily rate fluorine for adults 80 years and older it is from 1.7 to 4 milligrams. Fluorophylaxis. Systematic. Endo. Water fluoridation. Milk fluoridation. Salt fluoridation. Taking sodium fluoride tablets. Local. Exo. It is a toothpaste, solution, rinses, baths, applications, electrophoresis, gels, varnishes, fluoride caries, floss, toothpicks, chewing gum, fluoride chewable tablets, fissure sealing, endogenous action of fluorides. Stimulates the production of anti-streptococcal bodies and immunoglobulins A. Introduction to the period of embryonic development. The formation of rounded tubercles and small fissures. Increases caries resistance. Increases the absorption of calcium and phosphorus in the intestine. With enteral and parenteral administration, protein and mineral metabolism is normalized. Direct stimulated action on osteoblasts. Stimulates blood formation. Why is it needed? Straightens bones and tooth enamel. Promotes normal hair and nail growth. Stimulates blood formation. Strengthens the immune system. Promotes the excretion of salts of heavy metals and radionuclides from the body, prevents the development of osteoporosis. If there is little fluorine, it may develop two dental caries, periodontosis, osteoporosis, and hair loss. If there is a lot of fluorine, there is fluorosis is a disease in which gray spots appear on tooth enamel. Joints are deformed and bone tissues is destroyed. Indications for systematic fluoride prophylaxis. High level of caries intensity in the region. The reference point is the KPU index in 12 years old. Children according to WHO high or very high. Low fluoride content in water. Small than 50%, it is normal. Lack of additional source of systemic administration of fluoride. The main source of fluorine is water. Water fluoridation. Optimal content. It is 1 mg per liter. If you live in a region where colder, it is 1.2 mg to liter. If you live in a region when warm, sun most, it is 1.8 mg per liter. Water fluoridation. Reception. All life centralized, it is 1 mg to liter. When studying at school, locally, 4 to 5 mg to liter. Reducing the increase in the intensity of caries. Temporary teeth 50%, permanent teeth from 50 to 75%. Milk fluoridation. Concentration is 2.5 mg to liter. Daily dose 1 glass with 0.5 mg of fluoride. At least 215 days a year. Most effective at 3 to 12 years. Growth reduction. Intensity of caries in children. In milk teeth, it is 55 to 68%. In permanent teeth, it is about 30 to 15%. Salt fluorination. Per 1 kilogram, 215 milligrams of fluoride. Dosing difficulty. Reducing the increase in the intensity of caries from 40 to 15%. Sodium fluoride tablets. 0.5 to 1 milligram daily. From 2 to 14 years old, at least 250 days a year. Reducing the increase in the intensity of caries, about 50 to 60%. From 2 to 4 years, it is 0.5 tablets per day. It is about 0.25 milligrams fluoride. From 5 to 6 years old, 1 tablet. It is about 0.5 milligram of fluorides. And from 7 to 14 years old, 2 tablets per day. It is about 1 milligram fluoride. Intake control. Determined by the amount of excretion in the urine annually. Up to 15 years, 50%, coefficient 2. From 16 to 90 years old, 55%, coefficient 1.8. More than 20 years, 60%, coefficient 1.67. Total fluoride intake should not exceed 0.1 milligram to 2 kilogram body weight per day. Assigned to children with multiple caries, late and ineffective. It should not be prescribed for fluoridation of drinking water and for any other methods of systemic fluoride prophylaxis. WHO recommends from 6 months to 2 years, it is 0.25 milligrams fluoride in water, 0.3 milligrams per liter. From 3 to 4 years, it is about 0.5 milligrams, or fluoride in water, 0.3 milligrams per liter. Or can be smaller, 0.25 milligram in tablets or 0.3 to 0.7 milligrams per liter in water. In 5 to 16 years, it is 1 milligrams, or fluorides in water 0.3 milligrams, or 0.5 milligram in tablets, but in water it can be 0.3 to 0.7 milligrams to watt. It is the optimal concentrate by fluoride in water. Solution sodium fluorides 225 to 900 ppm fluoride from 6 years. Rinse 1 minute, 10 milliliters. 225 to 215 ppm fluoride 0.05% daily, 1-2 times a day. 115 ppm, it is about 0.1%, 1 time per week. And 900 ppm, it is solution for 10 milliliters, 0.2%, 1 time in 2 weeks. Shelf life ex tempore 10 days. Regularly reduce caries by 30%. Sodium fluoride solution 1% and 2% from 6 years. Application 3 minutes, cotton swab. And we can do electrophoresis in combination with calcium preparations. According to the scheme, 1% 2 times in a year, 2% 2 times in a year. And in picture we see how we do electrophoresis, fluoridation of teeth. Electrode in tooth. Gales sodium fluoride 1000 ppm and 12,300 ppm bifluoride from 6 years old. Application from 3 to 5 minutes with a brush. It can be in caps, of course according to instruction. 3-7 times, 2 times in a year. Gales sodium fluorides, in this picture we see 5,000 to 12,300 ppm. Lucky sodium fluoride consists 5,000 to 22,600 ppm of fluoride. From 2 to 3 years, we can use 1 to 2 times a year. Hardens on contact with saliva. Fixing fluoride on the surface of the enamel. Prolonged action, several months. Deep fluorination. The formation of highly differentiated calcium fluoride in the enamel with an average particle diameter of 15 angstroms. A slightly acidic solution of magnesium fluoride silicate plus an alkaline suspension of copper hydroxide and calcium is applied to the enamel. Crystals of calcium fluoride are located deep in the pores of the enamel in the salicylic acid gel, protected from leaching. Calcium fluoride releases fluorine ions in high concentration, more than 1 year. Enamel remineralization, copper ions, bactericidal effect. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.